Good morning. It is day 84 on the PCT. It is 6:23 a.m. Just getting started. We have decided to do the up and over route today instead of the water fording of the San Joaquin River. We are not entirely prepared for that solution, so maybe we'll find a friend that is a little bit more prepared than we are, but I think we'll be okay. We have our GPS. We have a map that we took a picture of from another hiker. So hopefully we can put the pieces together and do it without too much trouble. It's not that we'll get lost. It is more so that we'll follow the best route possible in the shortest amount of time. Most people are doing it in about 3 hours. So that's kind of our benchmark. Hopefully we'll be able to do something similar. We got about a half a mile of this or so until we cut uphill through the forest to do the up and over route. I'm not sure how much video we'll get of that, if any, just because it's completely off trail and we'll be route finding the entire way. Alright, we're getting near the top of the up and over route, and we're gonna have to cut across and then down. So we're getting close. Maybe a third of the way, and it hasn't quite been an hour yet. It's about 7:30. All right, crossing over the top. It's 25 after 8 now. So we left at camp at 6:15, I believe. So 2 hours so far, 1.74 miles. We did find some very nice friends from Germany who have been helping us. So 7 lives and overpass. All right, we made it. It is now 10:24. A little over 3 miles total so far. But we did make it up and over with the help of our friends. Seven lives and overpace. Very nice young German couple that helped us out. That's where we would have been trying to ford, probably somewhere in that range where those people were going down the hill. May have been doable, because we would have been here probably 2.5 hours ago. Water level hopefully would have been a little less, but anyway, here we are. There were some nice views from the top, and we made it. It wasn't easy by any means at all. So yeah, there you go. They're gonna try to ford right there. There's some shallow spots, and it looks like it might be doable. They're probably I'm sure they'll be fine. Anyway, only one injury to speak of on the way down. Had some scrapes and cuts and bruises and stuff, or scrapes and bruises, but from loose rock. But I did have one rock that slipped out from under me and kind of sliced my calf a bit. Yeah, so they're up to just about to their waist. Oh, he slipped. Yeah, they are Yeah, they're almost up to their chest. There, that's pretty deep. Right there. Now it's a wide part, so it's not quite as swift. But, yeah, that's almost chest deep there. Anyway, so fortunately that cut that I got was right near the end, and I was able to get down fairly quickly. It's mostly just superficial, but it's deep enough that it was bleeding enough. So got down, quickly threw a bandage on it and some tape so we can move on with our day. So here we are, moving on. There are some thunderstorms forecast for this afternoon. So we are going to try to get as far as we can. Okay, we've just walked 0.1, maybe 0.2 farther from where those kids were crossing, and it's a very different river. South Fork, San Joaquin River. It is amazing. Cool. Hopefully they all got through okay. All right. Fortunately, this bridge is still intact over the Paiute Creek, which is raging in and of itself. And there is the Paiute Trail, Paiute Pass Trail coming down there. That's what we were going to do. Up there, where that hiker is. That was our original plan. And then we changed it. All right, it is day 84 wrap-up time. Today, this morning, we laid in the tent for a while, trying to decide what we were going to do.
I know what I wanted to do.
Well, I know what I wanted to do too.
I wanted to call in sick.
Yeah, you wanted to call in sick. I wanted to sleep. That's exactly what we wanted to do. We definitely did not want to go outside in the massive amounts of mosquitoes. However, apparently mosquitoes wake up early, by the way. We laid here and decided that we would do not ford the river. We would do the up and over route as best we could. We didn't really have the appropriate tools to do that. So what we were hoping for was to find some friends that did have the appropriate tools. And
the kindness of strangers.
Yes, and as they always say, the trail provides.
That's right.
And today the trail provided.
We might still be walking around on that mountaintop.
We walked we walked the half a mile to the other tent site that we were going to stay in, and lo and behold, there were some younger German hikers there, and we just looked at each other and said, "Should we ask them?" And we're both glad we did. I think.
Yeah.
So they had the appropriate tools. They had the maps, if you will, to get us up and over, and they were kind enough to help us do that
and wait for us. Well, okay, yeah. Wait for me. So
shortly after, basically the gist of it is there's a bridge out on the San Joaquin River, the South Fork of that river, and the river is, at least at this time of year, is not really fordable by most people. Yeah, you can't get across. Yeah, There's just too much snow melt, in particular right now because it's not getting cold enough at night.
It's warm.
It's warm at night, and so the snow is not refreezing. So you don't really have the low water in the morning and the high water in the afternoon. It's just high all the time. Yeah.
Not only is it deep, but it's also white water. Where it does widen about 0.4 from where the bridge used to be. It's calmer, however.
Still. Yeah, still. Yeah. And you would have seen video of that at this point. We did see some other hikers fording through. They were up to their chest in water. And waist deep is pretty dangerous. So anyway, we decided to go up and over and not ford anyway. And these kind hikers, 7 Lives and Overpace were their names, their trail names. And
he did overpace.
He's quick. But yeah, so basically the idea is the trail crosses the river on a bridge that no longer exists. So what we had to do was go straight up the mountainside. Straight up the mountainside, and then go across the mountain. We went up to 10,000 feet, went across, and then went back down. So
and we started at 8?
Something like that, yeah.
So it was a 2,000. No switchbacks.
None.
It's
no trail.
Up. It's straight up rock and boulder and hand over hand. And yes. And
there is zero trail. You are just walking through the woods on a mountainside. That is all it is. You're route finding. So a gentleman named Andrew Skirka has put together this route. He's a professional. He does this all the time, and he knows what he's doing.
Could have made it easier, however.
Could he? I don't know. Anyway, so fortunately he provides that information for this workaround, and that's what we didn't have, and these other hikers did. So we followed them. They're younger, they're faster, they have longer legs than both of us, maybe combined.
Sure, so many little legs.
They have very long legs, but they're tall. Anyway, but yes, they scurried up the mountains. They waited for us, which was really kind.
Yeah. I was connecting the dots. Like I would see them, and then I would see you, and I'm like, okay, I need to get to that point.
Right, and really, that's what I was doing. Was I was trying to be the middleman, and make sure I kept an eye on them all the time. Made my way up the mountain as best I could, and keep in mind where you would be most comfortable. And so trying to keep all the pieces together. We got up to
once again, they did wait.
They did wait. We got up to the 10,000 mark, the point where we had to turn, and they waited, which was, again, really kind of them. Then we walked across, mostly together for a while. We did, we talked for a little while. And then as we got close to the point...
It was shelf rock and trees. I mean, it wasn't just like a meander along the top of the ridge. It was still pretty. The whole thing was technical.
There's ledges and slick rock.
It was mountaineering.
It really was. So anyway, as we got closer to the point to go back down, they made sure that we were there and knew where we were going. But at that point, they went ahead, and that was fine. At that point, there was sort of a path that we could follow. Enough people have done it that it's getting worn away. And we could kind of follow that down. So we did, and we were, we went down through kind of a ravine, and made it to the bottom. So
I had to take my pack off though twice, just to kind of scoot down boulders, because my pack was in the way. Throwing my poles down, which I did in Maine all the time, in the weights all the time, and then just kind of turn around and just
kind of
like a ladder, kind of.
And at one point, I was on a very slick rock that had it was coming down the hill, and then it just dropped off, and there was trail underneath it, but I just completely lost. It was a slick rock.
Yeah, you caught yourself though. It was early. I thought you were going to go down.
I fell off of it, and then at the bottom, I was able to land on my feet, and there was enough dirt there and some trees and things like that I was able to catch myself. So I was fine then. And then going down that ravine at the end, a rock slipped out from under my foot, and I fell down and, just kind of landed on my butt and on my pack, and all was fine. But then I realized that my leg hurt, and as the rock kind of turned sideways, it just kind of put a gash down my calf. It's not very deep necessarily, but it was bleeding and it hurt. So it's fine.
In the wise words of Bud and Alice, nobody died.
No one died. That's right. So it was a very difficult morning. It took us 3 hours to do those just under 3 miles. Yeah. It was like 2.9 or something like that. So, but it was exhausting. Just so exhausting. So, but we
didn't eat.
Yes, we also didn't stop.
We didn't stop at all because, like I said, they were just charging ahead, which was fine. I mean, they had their own plan for the day, and we kind of ambushed them.
Right, as they were packing up camp.
Packing up their camp.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a tough day, a tough morning, and then we still had miles to do. We wanted to stop. We wanted to just like, hey, this is good enough, but no, couldn't do that. So we did an additional, like almost 11 miles, I think, something like that from that point.
Most of that, I should want to say, half of that was flat. I want to say half of it was really nice cruising. Yeah. Trail.
We made really good time.
Yes, and then after the bridge, it was still a little, where the Paiute intersection was.
Right.
And then we started the climb again.
Yes, because
another like almost 1,500, 2,000 feet.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, because tomorrow we're doing Selden Pass, so we have to climb up that, and that's where we are now. So the latter half of our afternoon was making that the beginning of that ascent up to that pass for tomorrow.
Switchbacks.
So a lot of
long, steep switchbacks.
Yeah. So it was, and the sun was really hot today. I don't know what it was. Well, we were at lower elevation. We started out at like 8,000. So it was really hot.
Now we're a little over 10.
Right. So you could feel it getting a little cooler as we went up,
but still,
it was really hot day. Yeah. So
we're at a beautiful campsite, and we can't enjoy it at all.
No. Because once again, mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes.
You step out of the tent and it's a matter of seconds.
Yeah. So when we go out to go to the bathroom or do what we need to do, we put on full rain gear, and we put on our head nets and our bug nets over our heads, and we are covered head to toe, and hopefully they don't find that little sliver, like your hand sticking out or something like that. But we have I think I counted about 1,300 mosquitoes sitting on the top of our tent right now. So
you counted them?
I counted them. Yeah. I gave them all names too.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Yeah. So anyway, so that is day 84. Long day, a difficult day. So tomorrow, though, we are going to do Selden Pass, which is only 1.4 miles up. And
hopefully there's not a lot of snow.
Yeah, so this one's supposed to be pretty clear, so hopefully we can make it up and over pretty quickly. And then we head downhill, and tomorrow we're going to
Vermilion Valley Resort.
Sounds lovely.
We'll see.
There's a lake there, and they have a boat that they take you from one end to the other to get to it. We're not sure if it's running or not. That boat is running or not. We may have to walk.
We'll have to hike there.
Yeah, but so maybe some more off-trail miles. But anyway, that's the plan for tomorrow. Get some food, both quote-unquote town food. It's not really a town. And a little bit of resupply food just to get us up to the next couple of days up to Mammoth Lakes. So that'll be our next town stop. So
maybe a shower and laundry too.
And maybe a shower and laundry. That'll be lovely.
That would be nice.
I really just want the food.
I want a shower.
So, all right. So that's all for day 84, I believe. And
I'm just glad that's over. I'm glad that it was that we've debated for a couple of days now what to do, and after talking with people. So,
and it's a lot of anxiety involved.
It is a lot of anxiety, especially when the ranger's like, "I wouldn't do it."
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I'm like, well, then why'd you put the sign out there that said you could do it?
Right.
Because we wouldn't even be here right now.
And some hikers are saying, yeah, no problem, you can do it, don't worry, you can handle it. And then and the same thing for the up and over route, you know. So everything that we're hearing was not really helpful. I mean, for us to make a decision, because it was okay both ways.
It was very subjective.
Yeah. Yep. So.
But it's done.
It's done. Here we are.
I feel so much better.
It is done. No one died. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Hope everyone is well, and we'll show you a little bit of our campsite that I took earlier while I was already in my rain gear. Yeah. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Okay, so this is our view from our campsite this evening. Unfortunately, this is about all we'll see of it this moment. We are, as you can see, camped right here, this rocky area. It is an official campsite, and this is where we just set up. There were some chance of thunderstorms coming in again, so we're not sure what's happening there, but we got here and are happy with it. Unfortunately, there are yet again a million mosquitoes. As you can see, I am wearing full rain gear and a head net in order to try to not get eaten alive and bring you this lovely video. So there we are, just shy of Selden Pass, which we'll do tomorrow morning. So hope everyone is having a great night. We'll leave you with this last shot.